Class elections. Bharat sir, the class teacher of grade 9, wants to introduce the Indian electoral process to his students. He thinks of an innovative way to do it. We shall do one experiment today.
Which one, sir?
We shall elect one representative from your class.
What is representative, sir?
You face so many difficulties during your schooling. For solving them or to tell your teacher about them, you need a student representative.
Sir, will you be choosing a representative?
No, you will elect your representative.
How, sir?
You all will vote, and the student who will get the maximum number of votes will be declared as your representative.
Let us have the election now.
Who will contest election?
I will.
Sir, I will.
Sir, I will also.
Before we start the election process, there are some basics that you need to understand. Let me explain them to you. The electoral process. Elections. Election is a formal process that is at the center of a democratic system. Citizens can select a person through election. Election is the process by which any citizen can participate in the sense of involvement among the citizens. Democracy is the form of government which gives opportunity to the people for participation. By the principle of universal adult franchise, citizens get the right to vote. The candidate who gets the maximum votes is declared as elected. Thus, the group of elected representatives come together and form the government. Power to the people. Elections are conducted at regular intervals. Therefore, people have the opportunity to change the government if its performance is not satisfactory. Naturally, the government or rulers must work for the benefit and betterment of the people. Otherwise, they will face defeat in the next elections. Democracy. The beginning. The beginning of democracy is related to ancient Greece, where the population was limited. So it was possible for each and every citizen of Greece to directly participate in the working of the government. It means Greek citizens were collectively taking decisions on any matter which was related to their life. It is known as direct democracy. It was possible for all citizens of the Greek city-state to gather together and to take a decision on the basis of majority. As the time passed by, the population increased. Now, it is not possible to include every citizen in the decision-making process directly. Therefore, the new system of representative democracy has emerged. People elect their representatives, and those representatives, on behalf of the people, run the government. The electoral process. Now let us understand the meaning of all the concepts related to the electoral process. First, let's take up universal adult franchise. Franchise is the right of the citizens to vote and elect their representatives. This right is equal to all. The right to vote is given without any discrimination of caste, class, color, religion, or for that matter, being a man or woman. Therefore, it is called as universal adult franchise, as it is based on the principle of equality. Any citizen of India above the age of 18 can vote in an election. Before 1989, the age limit for voting was 21. Constituency. Now that we have understood the concept of universal adult franchise, let's move on to the next concept of constituency. In India, a citizen who has completed the age of 18 years is qualified as a voter. It is necessary to register the name of the citizen in the electoral roll. An electoral roll is the list of voters for the particular area. They have to fill the form and submit it to the concerned government officer. This form is available on the website of Election Commission of India as well as State Election Commission websites. When they fulfill the conditions of 18 years of age and are citizens of India, then they get the right to vote. Their names appear in the electoral roll published by the government. The citizens in India get the election photo identity card. This card is like our school identity card. Along with the photo identity card, other identity proofs like ration card or driving license are accepted as a proof of the voter. As a registered voter, a citizen will vote and actively participate in democracy. Candidate. Now, let's delve into a concept that is very crucial to a democracy, the candidate. Any person who is a voter can become the candidate, but there is a difference of age. For example, in India, a voter should complete 18 years of age and the candidate for Lok Sabha should complete 25 years of age. There are other conditions for the candidature laid down by the Election Commission of India. The person who fulfills these conditions has to fill the nomination form and pay the deposit. The citizen can stand as an independent candidate or the political party can nominate the candidates for an election. Political parties. Now we come to the final concept of the electoral process, the political party. Political parties are essential for the functioning of democracy. A political party is a group of people who share same opinion about public questions. Political parties contest elections with their candidates and run the government. Every political party has ideology. Parties form different policies and programs on various issues related to the people and the country. They can implement these policies after capturing the power. It is necessary for them to gain success in the elections and secure the support of the majority of voters. Therefore, political parties nominate number of candidates in the elections. The candidates contest election on the party ticket. The ticket means the nomination of the political party. The parties which are unable to secure majority of seats can play the role of opposition. The opposition parties criticize the government for the wrong policies. Therefore, role of opposition parties is equally important in democracy. In Maharashtra, Shiv Sena and BJP are opposition parties. Now that we have understood the basic concepts related to the electoral process, let's explore the complex concepts of direct and indirect elections. Direct elections. The voters in India elect the representatives to Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies. This is called as the direct election. People directly vote for their representatives. Now, Let's move on to indirect election. Indirect election. Elected members of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and Vidhan Sabha or the State Legislative Assembly vote for the election of the President of India. This election is known as indirect election. In the election of the President, the citizens do not vote directly. People's representatives elect the President on behalf of the people. It means people indirectly participate in the election of the President. Election Commission of India. As there is a board to conduct the 10th examinations, similarly, there is an election commission to conduct elections. Election Commission of India is formed through the provisions of the Indian Constitution. It consists of Chief Election Commissioner and 2 election commissioners. It performs the functions of preparing the voter list, announcing the schedule of the election, and is responsible for conducting free and fair elections. It means the Election Commission has the responsibility for the complete electoral process. The results are declared by the Election Commission. Electronic voting machine. With this, we come to the final part of this chapter, that is, the electronic voting machine. In the past, voters in India voted by applying stamps on the ballot papers containing the names of the candidates. From the year 2004, Lok Sabha elections are conducted on electronic voting machines, or EVMs. They were first used in 16 The voter should press the button in front of the name of the candidate. Later, on the counting day, votes of all the EVMs in constituency are counted.